हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आप सभी का निरंकारी वीडियो चैनल में स्वागत है। इस वीडियो लिंक में हम लोग मोशन इन ए प्लेन के बारे में अध्ययन करेंगे। एंड माय फर्स्ट हेडिंग इज नीड फॉर वेक्टर्स। वेक्टर की ज़रूरत क्यों होती है एंड व्हाट आर द स्केलर्स एंड वेक्टर क्वांटिटीज। तो हमारा चैप्टर है मोशन इन ए प्लेन। मोशन इन ए प्लेन, नीड फॉर वेक्टर्स, नीड फॉर वेक्टर्स। In one-dimensional motion, only two directions are possible. In one-dimensional motion, in one-dimensional motion, only two directions are possible. Only two directions are possible. So the directional aspect of quantities. So the directional aspect of quantities like position, displacement, like position, displacement, velocity and acceleration, velocity and acceleration can be taken care of by using, can be taken care of, can be taken care of using plus and minus sign, plus and minus signs. But in case of movement in two dimension, but in case movement of two dimensions or three dimensions, or three dimension, or motion in space, an object can have a large number of directions, and objects have a large number of directions. In order to deal with such a situation, in order to deal with such a situation, we need to introduce the concept of, we need to introduce concept of new physical quantities, new physical quantities called vectors, called vectors in which we take care of, in which we take care of both magnitude and direction, both magnitude and direction. Now we will define what is a scalar quantities. Scalar quantities. The physical quantities which have only magnitude. The physical quantity which have only magnitude but no direction are called scalar quantities. Are called स्केलर क्वांटिटी, यानी ऐसी भौतिक राशि जिसको व्यक्त करने के लिए केवल परिमाण या मैग्नीट्यूड की जरूरत होती है, दिशा की जरूरत नहीं होती है, तो ऐसी क्वांटिटी को हम अदिश राशि या स्केलर क्वांटिटीज कहते हैं. ए स्केलर क्वांटिटी कैन बी स्पेसिफाइड बाय ए स्केलर क्वांटिटी कैन बी specified by a single number along with the proper unit, along with the proper unit. For example, mass volume density, mass volume density, time, temperature and electric current. Time, temperature and electric current are the scalar quantities. Now my next heading is vector quantities. Vector quantities. The physical quantities which have both the physical quantity which have both magnitude and direction are called vector quantities. A vector quantity is specified by a vector quantity is specified by a number with its unit, a number with its unit and direction both. For example of vector quantities are displacement, velocity, force and momentum, etc. Representation of a vector. Representation of a vector. A vector quantity is represented by a vector quantity is represented by a straight line with an arrowhead over it. A straight line with an arrowhead over it. The length of line gives the magnitude. The length of line gives the magnitude, and the arrowhead gives the direction. And the arrowhead gives the directions. Suppose a body has a velocity of. Suppose a body has a velocity of 40 meter per second due east. If 1 centimeter is chosen, if 1 centimeter is chosen to represent a velocity of 10 meter per second, then the length of vector will be 4 centimeter and arrow will be in east direction. Suppose this is the arrow, north, south, east and west. Then the vector 0 to a, length of vector will be 4 centimeter towards east. Here scale is 1 centimeter equal to 10 meter per second. The point A will be completely, the point A is called head. The point A is called head. A terminal point or terminal point, and point O is called its tail, and point O is called itself. Tail or initial point or initial point of vector OA. In a simpler notation, a vector is represented by a single letter. A vector is represented by a single letter of alphabet, either in boldface, or with an arrow over it, For example, a force vector can be represented as, a force vector can be represented as F vector or capital F. Now we will define position and displacement vectors. Position and displacement vector. Position and displacement vector. A vector which gives position of an object. Position vector. A vector which gives position of an object. A vector which gives the position of an object with reference to the origin. Of a coordinate system of a coordinate system is called position vector. Position vector or sthiti sadish. Consider the motion of an object in xy plane. Consider the motion of an object with an xy plane with origin at O. Suppose an object is at point B. Suppose an object at point B at any instant. small t. Then OP is the position vector. Then OP is the position vector of the object at point P. Of the object at point P. The position vector provides two information. The position vector provides two information. Firstly, it tells the straight line. It tells the straight line distance of the object from the origin point. From the origin. Oh, second, it tells the it tells the direction of the object with respect to the origin. With respect to the origin. Representation of a position vector. This is a x-axis and this is a y-axis, and this is a origin point. Position vector P from origin it makes an angle theta, and here vector is OP. Now we will define displacement vector. Position vector. Second is displacement vector. It is that vector which tells how much and in which direction. How much and in which direction an object has changed its position. An object has changed its position in a given time interval. In a given time interval. Suppose it is at point P. Suppose it is at point P at an instant T. At any instant T, then PQ, then PQ is the displacement vector. Displacement vector of an object. Of an object from time T to T dash. T to T dash. And representation of vector will be, this is a x-axis and this is y-axis. Position vector of P OP at T. OP position vector of P at point T and this is position vector of Q at point time T dash. This is position vector of Q at time T dash. Then the position displacement vector. Then the displacement vector PQ. So friends, in my next video link, I will define about polar and axial vectors. So you wait for my next video. Thanks.